Today is the day 3 of learning Java through project. In this what I will tell the difference between Spring and Spring Boot. In Spring we don't have this application.properties, so here in Spring Boot we have this where we can write all the database configuration, and in Spring Boot we also have this pom.xml where we can write our dependency that are necessary. We are using version 4.0.1 and based on that we can write our version. Okay, you can get that in Maven repository. Everything we can get on Maven repository. From there we can use the dependency that are needed to our project. And in Spring Boot we get these entities which help us to um, make the tables. It reduces our boiler code. Okay, so we don't write, we just write this and it will do our work. And JPA, we also have JPA which helps to make our work much more easier in case of Spring Boot. Hibernate, we get a lot of Hibernate features over here, like find all method, which helps us to bring the data from the database. Okay, this find all, here we can see it helps to give the data from the database. And also we have this beam which helps to make our program without creating an object. We can run this. Okay, we can everything is taken care by Spring Boot. We don't have to manually create an object, and it has this Spring Boot method where we can just run this and everything keeps on working on our behalf. So this is our day 3, and the difference between is this: it is auto configuration, automatically configure, and boiler code is reduced. We don't have to write boiler code. And dependency injection, everything is done by Spring Boot. And in deployment also we have this when we run, and it will easily run our application. And where we get a component scanning, it scan all the components that are necessary, and then it runs everything. Create beams and life cycle is everything is taken care by Spring Boot. Okay, and in microservice also we get a Spring. We can also change it to microservices. So now we are using Spring Boot, but we can change it to microservice as well. And growth ready, and we get a lot of reduce a lot of boiler code because we write everything in application.properties. And our string we get an embedded Tomcat server, integration, JPA, web, security, everything. In security we get JWT where we can configure and make our database strong. Okay, so and everything we work on only business logic. So this is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot. And if you know it is easier to understand, I have written this in alphabetical order, so it will be easier to remember also. Okay.